Hey guys, Andy here. So I've been training quite hard on the bike over the last month or two. Particularly in the last 10 days, I've been cycling it a lot. I've been clocking up more miles than I've ever clocked up before. And what is key to be able to do that day after day is recovery. So I've been looking at various different ways to aid and help my recovery. And today we're taking a look at the PowerDot 2.0 system. So let's take a look at what's included in the box. You get a nice carry case, a zipper, sort of soft touch carry case. Inside that we have the two sort of, I guess they're the brains modules, they're the power, they're the main unit. We then get two sets of cables, so 4 cables in all, short and long. The short are quite short. When I'm trying to do my legs, I want the longer cables. The short ones were not long enough to do my quads, but if you're just doing like a bicep or a chest, then maybe the short are long enough. And of course, we've got a charging cable, which plugs into your USB ports. The main module is micro USB, and that's what the connector cables and the charger uses. You also get one set of pads when you buy, but you will need to buy replacement pads. They last apparently for about 25 uses, and they cost, I think they're about £17 per pack. I had a discount code when I bought all of this. I had a 25% off that I got through Strava doing a PowerDot challenge. So I bought 2 packs of pads to go with it, as well as the pack that I get with it. Therefore, I've got about 75 uses. That's going to last me a good half a year. I don't know, it depends how much you use it, I suppose. So each pad, it's got like a tacky substance on the back. It's a little bit like the substance that is used to stick your credit card to the bit of paper when you get your new credit card sent to you. Initially when I used it, basically you're going to be pulling bits of the tacky stuff off of your leg for, I don't know, a few hours afterwards. It's worse, I think, when you first start using it. I don't think it happens as much now that it's moved on. I've only used them about 8 to 10 times, so I can't at this point comment on if they will last for 25, but they seem to be pretty tacky still at this point. It's also quite handy. They're strong enough. The magnets that clip the elements onto the pad are pretty strong, so you can get up and wander about while you're doing different things within the app. So obviously there's an app that goes with it. Let's take a look at what's in the app. So this is the homepage. You can go to a forum, learn from the community. Look, free pads and more. So I will put a link down below when I've worked out exactly how it works. You'll get 15% off, which isn't bad. And I would get a few points towards getting replacement pads, I think. So I'd really appreciate if you use that if you're going to buy one. Let's go over to the sort of activities page. We can see there some recent activities. You can see the workout history look. So you can see that most of mine has been obviously recovery. And we'll come to what that means in a moment. It shows the maximum intensity 50.4. Wow, I don't remember doing that. Completeness 100%. I've completed everything I've started. That's good. Average intensity got 15.4. There gives the top 5 workouts, and it gives the muscle groups that I've been working, which, as I think I mentioned, it's mainly been my legs, my quads and my calves from the cycling. So then onto the actual workouts. I don't know. I set that smart recovery up. I'm not actually sure what I set up and what it's supposed to do. I didn't use it. But we've got 5 different main areas like performance, wellness, smart pain relief, smart recovery, and focus on. So I've generally been using either the performance or the everyday bit down here, look, active recovery, extended recovery. So if we go into active recovery, it tells us a bit at the top there, improves and accelerates the muscle recovery after an intensive exercise, used within 2 hours after intensive workouts or competitions. Then you get to choose your muscle group. So let's say we go into quad. You can see that the devices are connected, and we will just hit start the workout, and off it goes. If we come back to the performance, so I did this morning do a strength session, improves muscle strength, recommended for faster. Blah, 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 blah. You get different abilities or levels. So I obviously started with the beginner. You can crank all the way up to expert, or you can do a quick workout, look, just 10 minutes, which seems to be quite a good option. And again, you then choose your muscle group, and off you go. The strength workouts were quite interesting. So effectively, you get sort of 15 seconds of rest, and then it just contracts the muscle for about 5 seconds to your selected intensity. There is an option that you can have it automatically step up that intensity every certain amount of contractions. So a short way into the routine, when I saw this, I chose, okay, well, let's go up every 5. And then every 5 contractions, it just bumps it up a little bit, and you gradually have the workout getting kind of harder and harder, I suppose. But effectively, you are just sitting there while it contracts your muscles, and then it relaxes you. Contracts and relaxes you. I thought I'd seen, or somebody had said to me about how while it contracts the muscle, you should be working against it. So I did try, like, well, am I supposed to be doing a squat while it does this? And I tried that. Didn't really feel much different. I do feel it doesn't, so even in the tips, it just says, sit down with your legs at 90 degrees, resist leg contraction during the main phase. So, I mean, I just sat there and let it contract the muscles. And obviously I'm resisting the contraction because it's not shooting my leg out forwards. I did try sitting with my legs straight, and actually it was really painful, so I sat again, contracted. And I do feel like, so this and in the recovery, so in the recovery ones, it's more of a sort of a, supposed to be giving you kind of a massage type feel. It just does like a vibration. It does alternate, well not alternate, it does change, sorry, as you go through. So you might do 3 or 4 minutes just a regular pulse, then it'll stop for a couple of seconds, then it'll, I don't know, it might do alternating pulses on your legs, or then just quicker pulses. And it feels quite nice. It feels quite good after you know, when your legs are really quite worn out, fatigued and tired from cycling for 5 hours. It's quite nice to feel that. But I'm never quite sure, for example, what intensity I'm supposed to have it on. So I have it on around 15. Is that normal? Is that low? Is that light? Is that high? Am I supposed to be like really feeling it, or is it supposed to just be a little, I don't know that. And I feel like there should be a bit more explanation of what we're looking for, what you should feel. Because obviously I'm sure maybe someone bigger like me should be a higher intensity, I guess. But should I? I don't know. Should I be the same as a little person? Or, I don't know. Again, I feel like there should be more explanation in the app telling me what I'm supposed to be doing, what I should be feeling. So do I think it's worthwhile? I don't know. I still quite like my Recover Pro massage gun, because I feel like I can really get into certain parts of my quad will be tight. Maybe even sort of slightly pulled. I mean, that's what vigorous exercise does, right? It damages the muscle, you repair it better. And I feel like the gun can get into those areas, and I think I can feel a benefit from that. But at the same time, the gun, not that it's hard work, and maybe I'm super lazy, but you know, you spend 10 minutes, it's all manual work to do that. I do quite like that I can just stick these on and then just sit there watching television for half an hour and just have it working away on my muscles. How much benefit it is, it's really hard to say, because different rides, well no, similar rides will have a different feeling afterwards and the day after. So you can never quite tell, well, what was the benefit to the work that I did? Or you can really do, in some ways, is just do the work and hope that if you hadn't done the work, you'd be feeling worse, if that makes sense. So in other words, the work you did, be it with the sticky pads, with the PowerDots, or with the Recover Pro massage gun, or the Amp Human lotion I've been using, all you can hope is that that has had a beneficial effect and you feel better because of that product. Do I think it's worth the 300 or so pounds that it is for the Duo? You can get the singular one, so if it's that you're trying to work on an injury and you only need one leg being done at a time, you can buy a single version for like 185. I went for the Duo so I can do both legs at once, because it is a kind of a recovery thing. Do I think it's worth it? To be fair, the same when I'm reviewing mobile phones. I can't tell you if something's worth it to you. You might be a millionaire and £300 is nothing to you. Yeah, probably get one, because what's the harm? Well, I don't think it's doing any harm. But to most of us, £300 is quite a lot. But again, it's the value to you is different to everyone else. So I can't say if it's worthwhile. I don't think it's massively beneficial. But at the same time, as I say, I think if there are benefits, it does feel quite nice. And I think I feel better afterwards, having done it. But it's not groundbreaking. It's not sort of, you've got to get this is amazing. That's kind of where it sits. I'd love to hear your comments on it. Do you think it's worth it? Is it something you would buy? How important is exercise and recovery to you? It's sort of, these are all the factors that only you will know. I won't know, so I can't tell you whether to buy it or not. If you do buy it, like I say, I'll try and figure out a link or a code that I'll put down below for you to use. But for now, my name's Andy, and I'll catch you all again soon.